Greetings, I'm Fruitnut, and thanks for stopping by. This is a series that takes a look at what DPS the classes of Vanilla WoW could do at specific gear levels. We'll be looking at 3 points in Vanilla. Pre-raid gear, which is gear from dungeons and quests, then gear at the end of BWL progression, and finally the best in-slot gear for all of Vanilla. I want to test every DPS spec that was available at the time. For this video, we'll be looking at Shadow Priests. Priests were arguably the best healers in Vanilla. But what about their DPS? Shadow is said to be a support DPS class. Few were brought to raids and their damage was lower than other DPS classes. How low, I wonder? Let's take a look and see at what the Shadow Priest can do in a 4-minute patchwork style fight. We'll be using this tree for this video. This is basically the standard spec, which goes into discipline to get meditation and inner focus for better mana regeneration. Priests had a nice talent that gave 10% hit, which means that you only had to get 6% more hit to be capped. I did not go into wand specialization for increased wand damage because if you run low on mana, it's more DPS just to use rank 1 Mind Flay, which only costs 45 mana, and usually you can regen enough mana not to run out of doing this. And increased resist to fear from Unbreakable Will can help in some fights. Now, let's look at our gear. First, our pre-raid gear. You will not be able to use Mind Blast very often, so most of the time you'll just be keeping up Shadow Word Pain and Mind Flaying. I tended to use 1 Mind Blast every 15 seconds or so and weave in rank 1 Mind Flays when I felt I was running low on mana. Here's our gear at the end of BWL progression. The stats you were looking for on gear were first and foremost spell hit. You only needed 6% to be capped. Then you would focus on gear with spell power and mana per 5. Spell crit was not a good stat for Shadow Priest because Shadow Word Pain and Mind Flay could not crit, so you wanted as much spell power and mana regen as you could get. Now for our best in slot gear set. Even in the best gear I could put together, mana was still an issue. That being said, Shadow Priest DPS is a very fun class to play. You have 3 damaging spells to use, you have to be smart about your mana usage, and you look really cool in shadow form. But how much DPS can they do? Well, it's time once again. Here we go. And there we have it. Pre-raid gear at 546 DPS, BWL gear at 765 DPS, and the best in-slot gear at 808 DPS. Not very bad numbers at all. I was surprised how little our DPS improved from BWL to Nex, but overall, much better than I was expecting. Shadow Priests had the ability to put out some solid DPS, but mana was really the thing that held them back. That will do it for this video. What do you guys think? Did I make a big mistake? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more upcoming videos in our series. Next up, we'll be looking at the Ret Paladin. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day.